He told me I was like a sister to him, then got jealous when I started dating someone else. For 2 years, Cody and I were the kind of friends that made everyone else uncomfortable. You know the type, the are they or aren't they couple of our friend group. We did Sunday morning farmers markets, he'd fix the leaky faucet in my apartment, and we spent hours on the phone dissecting our terrible dating app matches we both secretly sabotaged. He gave me every single signal in the book. The lingering hugs, the protective arm around my waist at crowded bars, the way he'd look at me from across the room, like I was the only person there. So one night, after a bottle of cheap wine and an embarrassing amount of flirting on my couch, I went for it. I leaned in and kissed him. He didn't push me away immediately, but after a second, he pulled back. He gave me this agonizing soft smile and said, "Amber, you are so important to me, but you're like a sister to me. I just want to keep things chill. Let's not ruin our dynamic." He expected me to cry. He expected me to argue, or maybe confess my undying dramatic love. Instead, I took a deep, steadying breath, nodded my head, and said, "You got it, Cody. Just friends." And the very next morning, I started treating him exactly like one. No more good morning texts. No more saving him the best slice of pizza. When he texted me his daily complaints about his boss, I didn't send back paragraphs of emotional support. I sent a simple, detached, thumbs up emoji. At first, he thought I was just being petty. He'd send me inside jokes, tagging me in memes, trying to reel me back into our little codependent bubble. But I wasn't being malicious. I was just recalibrating. If I was strictly a friend, then he wasn't entitled to boyfriend privileges anymore. I stopped being his free therapist and his stand-in girlfriend. 2 weeks went by, and the sudden shift was driving him absolutely crazy. He showed up at my door unannounced one Thursday evening, holding 2 coffees, looking like a kicked puppy. "You've been completely MIA, he complained, leaning against my doorframe. "Just busy," I said, checking my watch. I was literally on my way out to a dinner date, a real date, with a guy named Julian, who didn't play childish games. Cody looked me up and down, taking in my black dress and heels. "You're going out? With who? You didn't tell me." "Just a guy from my running club," I said smoothly. "Thanks for the coffee, though." I started to close the door, but he put his hand out, stopping it dead. "Amber, wait, what is going on with you? You're so cold. It's like you don't even care about me anymore." I looked at him, really looked at him. I saw a guy who was terrified of losing the unconditional validation I had been spoon-feeding him for 2 years. "Cody," I said softly, emphasizing every single word, "I do care. But you told me we were just friends, so I'm acting exactly like a friend. My friend Sarah doesn't get mad when I go on dates. My friend Mark doesn't expect me to text him every single morning. I'm just giving you exactly what you asked for." "That's not what I meant," he blurted out, his voice cracking with panic. I miss how you used to look at me. I miss us." "There was no us," I replied, my voice calm and steady. "You wanted all the perks of a girlfriend without the actual commitment. You wanted to be Codied. You didn't want to get caught." He stood there, completely silent, the realization finally washing over his face. I stepped out, locked my door, and walked right past him. "Have a good night, Cody." Months later, I saw him at a mutual friend's birthday party. I was there with Julian. We were laughing, holding hands. It was just easy. No reading between the lines, no deciphering mixed signals. Cody walked up to me when Julian went to the bar. He looked miserable. "You look really happy, Amber," he muttered, staring down at his shoes. "I am." I smiled genuinely. "I really messed up, didn't I?" he whispered, finally looking up to meet my eyes. "I took you for granted because I assumed you would just always be waiting for me." "I know you did," I said, without a single trace of anger. "But that's the thing about waiting, Cody. Eventually you realize you're just standing still." He nodded slowly, tears welling up in his eyes, finally understanding the heavy gravity of his choice. He had asked for a friend, and in the end that's exactly what he got. Just someone I used to know.